Good morning, grade fours. Welcome to our second lesson today. Welcome to our second lesson. Now, before we do any exercise today, let's first revise the exercise we did. The exercise I gave you the other day. And that was changing the prolose, changing the words ending with F, if, fe, and ef into writing the plurals of words ending in F, Fe, and EF. How do we write the plural of this word? And I remember I told you if a word ends with F or a word ends with Fe, you have to change that letter into VES. If a word ends with letter F, you have to change it into VES. And if a word ends with letter F, you only do what? We only add S at the end. We add letter S. We don't change anything. And these are the answers of the work you did. Number 1 was div, and it's come div, leaves. Number 2 was calf, calves. Number 3, loaf, loaves. Scarf, scarves. Shelf, shelves. Save, saves. Knife, knives. Leave, leaves. Chief, chiefs. Life, lives. These was the answers what you're expecting to do. These are the answer you're supposed to use in that passage. This is the work you're supposed to do. Now, our today's lesson language use, we are going to talk the use of pretend to be. Pretend to be. I remember in unit 5 we talked about pretend to be. We talked about this, how to do about it. Now today we are going to do it again. This is in unit 5 is where we did in pretend to be. Now, pretend to be, and I have this sentences. Hamina is pretending to be her doctor. Hamina is pretending to be her doctor. Khalid is pretending to be her police officer. Khalid is pretending to be a police officer. What do these two sentences mean? Amina is pretending to be her doctor. What does the word pretending to be mean? Now we say Amina is behaving like a doctor, but she is not a doctor. She is just behaving. She is just acting to be the doctor. You know how maybe she knows how she has gone to the hospital. She knows how the doctor does in the hospital. Now she comes home, then she starts doing the things the doctors do. So we'll say she is pretending to be a doctor. Then Khalid is pretending to be a police officer. You know the work of police officer is to maintain law and order. So Khalid is just acting like a police officer, but he is not a police officer. He is not a police. He is just pretending, just doing things that someone does, yet you're not that person. You try to copy what someone is doing, you do it, but you're not that person. So pretend to be means copying someone else things or copying someone action to be like that person. You just behave to be that person. So pretend to be, these two are just pretending. Hamina is just pretending to be a doctor, is just behaving like the doctor. Khalid is pretending to be a police officer, is just acting like a doctor. So the word pretend to be is used to tell us someone is doing something, yet he or she is not that person. But someone is just pretending to be, you're just acting to be that person, but you're not that person. Now, let's say you're there at home, then you know how your mother does the cooking in the kitchen, how the mother does everything. Then you start pretending to be like the mother. You just acting like the mother. Maybe you go to the kitchen, you start cooking, or you just act like the way the mothers do when at home. So we say you're pretending to be her mother, but you're not the mother. You're just a baby, but you're pretending to be mother. Now, another example, Mara is pretending to be a teacher. Marwa is pretending to be a teacher. Is this Marwa a teacher? No. Maybe it's just like maybe a small girl. Then you start behaving like a teacher. So we say Marwa is pretending to be a doctor, yet is not, she is just acting to be the teacher, but she's not the teacher. She's just 12 years old. How can a 12-year-old be a teacher? No, she can't be a teacher. So she's just pretending to be a teacher. So the word pretend to be means acting to be someone or something, or behaving like someone, but you're not that thing. Now, we have this sentence here. An exercise. We are told, write sentences of your own. Use pretend to be and the words below. Use the word to be and the words below. And number 1 is a shopkeeper. Shopkeeper. Now, who is a shopkeeper? Who is a shopkeeper? And we know a shopkeeper is someone who sells in the shop. A shopkeeper is someone who works in the shop. You go to the shop, you give the shopkeeper the money, and the shopkeeper gives you what you need. Number 2, we have the driver. What is the work of the driver? The work of the driver is to drive cars and lorries and buses. This is the work of the driver. Number 3, we have farmer. Number 3, we have farmer. We all know the farmer. The work of the farmer is to keep animals and grow crops. The work of the farmer is to grow crops and keep animals. Number 4, we have plumber. And plumber. The work of the plumber, maybe your toilet is not working well. Maybe you have blocked your toilet. Your mother will call the plumber. This is the person who will come and unblock that toilet. So the work of the plumber is just, well, he works mostly with pipes, preparing the pipes, the broken pipes. If you need the pipes you need the water pipes, he'll come and connect them and you'll have the water pipe. Number 5, we have mechanic. Number 5, we have mechanic, and mechanic is someone who repairs cars, buses, lorries. Maybe you're going somewhere, then your car breaks down. You just say, let me take this car to the mechanic to go and prepare it. So the work of the mechanic is to repair the cars. Then we have nurse. The work of the nurse is to take care of sick people. The work of the nurse is to take care of the sick people. We know the work of the doctor is to treat, but the nurse will just take care of the sick in the hospital. The next one, we have carpenter. And you know carpenter makes tables, makes furniture, that is the bed, the tables, and the chairs using wood. Then teacher. What is the work of the teacher? We all know the work of the teacher is to teach people. So the exercise is to write sentences of your own. Now you are going to create your own sentences using these words, and then you use the word pretend to be with it. For example, I'm going to do number 1, shopkeeper. Ali is pretending to be a shopkeeper. Ali is pretending to be a shopkeeper. Khalid is pretending to be a driver. Khalid is pretending to be a driver. Now, you take your book and your pen. Now you do from number 1 up to the last one. Answer this question, make your own sentences. Look on your grammar as you write it. Make sure your sentences are correct. Check your spelling and your writing as you write the answers. We write the sentences, and we know very well after the end of the sentence we have to put a full stop to show the end of the sentence. So don't forget to show the punctuate your work by using the full stop where necessary. Now write the exercise in your books.